Hey there, designers and agencies. Welcome back to my channel, The Creative Business Brain. If you're a freelancer, a creative professional, and you're feeling really undervalued or underappreciated, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a game-changing topic, stop selling yourself short and the secret to value-based pricing. So I keep meeting amazing people every single day that are massively underselling themselves, and they just do not see the value in what they do. It's absolutely crazy. Even big companies that I've helped as well are exactly the same because they get into a rhythm, they get into a daily habit of just doing the work and just it's almost like a conveyor belt. They start to, after they've done it for 20 odd years, they start to really forget about what all of this really does for people and what it really does for other companies. And that's why I thought it was so important to talk about it today. I met another lady today in the same situation. She's been doing it for 24 years and she still only charges by the hour. And she doesn't really see what it does for other people, or she doesn't really think about it enough and charge accordingly. Okay. So I was trying to explain to her today that she needs to really start thinking about what it does for those companies, what the actual company is going to experience after she's done that work for them, the growth they're going to see, the attraction they're going to create from other clients, or depending on the industry, the actual ROI. What's it really going to do? And it's so exciting when you can think of it like that because it does have an impact. Everything has an impact. There's a cause and there's an effect on everything. So when you've actually created something, there is a result, something that is happening after you've created that work for your ideal client. Okay. So we must have a massive mind shift for the whole industry, and I'm doing my best to work through everyone and trying to teach them how to do this. But it is obviously going to take a lot more help from you guys because if I'm talking about this and teaching people, I would love you to share it with people. I'd love you to subscribe and tell your friends so they can come and learn all of these amazing things. They can actually start growing their businesses much faster. They can grow in confidence. The lady I met today, she really needed the confidence. I could see it a mile off. She just wasn't confident in what she did. And she's an amazing designer. Truly, honestly, she's an absolutely amazing designer. And I remember when I was younger, I used to feel the same. I used to feel so undervalued, and I actually was a really good designer. I did some amazing stuff, and I really started to think that I wasn't because people weren't paying me what I was really worth. And if I'd realized back then the things that I teach now, oh my goodness, I would have been probably, I don't know, I would be in a lot different situation. I guess everything happens for a reason, and I'm glad I'm here to help you, and I'm glad I can actually pass all this on and actually make a big difference in the world. So, what is value-based pricing? Some people have never heard of it, which is okay because obviously not everybody teaches this stuff. And it's really simple. Value-based pricing means that you have to really start to understand what it does for the client. So it's like your perceived value, what it provides the client, what it does for the company. So it's not just how long it takes you to create a project, it's actually what happens after you've created the project. Okay. So even let's say the year after they had a certain amount of growth, a small percentage of that could be your fee rather than just charging by the hour. Okay. Now, it's really important to start charging like this because you will end up realizing, it took me a long time to realize this, we've only got 24 hours in the day. There's only so many hours, and I used to work all night sometimes trying to do more work, trying to achieve more, trying to push myself to actually grow my business. And I tell you what, that is not the smart way to do it. It really isn't. And when you can actually start charging what you're worth, you can actually grow. That's the only time you're actually going to grow your business, when you realize what impact what you do does for people and start charging accordingly to that. Obviously, it depends on the level of business. You do have to aim at the level of business that's appropriate, but even startup companies need to realize that they have to invest to grow. So, I think gone are the days where people were charging like a few £100s for a logo and a website. If they are, then they're absolutely bonkers. Okay, so please don't do that anymore. You're massively undervaluing what you do. You're not helping the industry and you're not actually going to grow your business. It's going to take you a long time. So if you're ready to level up and stop selling yourself short, we will invite you to actually learn more about this. We've got a program called the Creative Business Brain Program, and we'll help you master how to price your work, how to actually create amazing offers that give your ideal client everything they want and everything they need, and actually charge real premium pricing for that. And obviously, it depends on where you're starting from and where you want to get to. But I'll tell you a story actually that I told this lady that I spoke to today. And it's all about how a lot of our clients, actually, it's not just one person, a lot of our clients have experienced this. And when they've had their first person reach out or first conversation where somebody's interested and they wanted to book a call with them, from the sort of groundwork that we've done, the research and helping them prime their profile and helping them do their content. So we have helped them to get to that stage where they actually book a call. And then what happens is the client usually says to me, "Well, I normally charge this, but what do you think?" And I'll be like, "No, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Don't do that ever again. Please promise me you're never going to charge by the hour." So we have this big conversation about how to price accordingly and how to create their offer. Oh, they might have a go and then I'll reword it for them and make it sound super amazing. So their ideal client just looks at them thinking, "Oh my God, this is absolutely perfect for us. This is tailor-made for our situation." Okay. And this is what you need to do to put a premium price on. Okay. It has to fit everything that person is telling you. It has to get them excited. It has to create a vision. It has to help them understand that where they went wrong in the past and why that didn't work and how they need to improve things. Okay. And what you're going to do for them and how that's going to make a big difference. If you can do that and explain it in a really easy to understand way and in their own language, not in your design language, but in your ideal client's language, and actually fit it to their situation and their scenario, you are going to do very well. And you can start charging a lot higher fees because people can understand that you really get what's going on in their world. You understand their situation. You know how all these things that you can do along their journey are really going to help them. And I always encourage people to charge at least double what they were charging before. And sometimes, obviously, I work with lots of different levels of business. Sometimes they're just on their own, sometimes they're big companies. So obviously that does vary a lot. But I always say, please don't charge less than £2,000 per project, on average per project. I know there's a lot of variety. Um, on average per project. And I would say the sweet spot would be, well, if you're on your own, I don't know, the sweet spot would be around £10,000. Okay. If you're working for a bigger company, you can charge even more. There's a few of our clients have started off at £5,000 or £10,000 per project on average, and they've come back to me and gone, "Oh my goodness, they didn't even batter an eyelid at that price." And I'm like, "Well, double it again, double it again." And that's what you do. Obviously, you need to know what level for the size of business. It's got to fit with their situation. It's got to fit with what they expect. Because people see pricing in different ways. A big company is going to look at you, and if it's not enough, they're going to wonder what's wrong with it. Okay, they're going to wonder, okay, well, are we getting a cheap option here? What's the deal? What are we going to get? They're going to be worried. So if you don't charge premium prices, sometimes companies can see that as a really negative thing. They can see you as a really cheap option, which obviously you're not, but and expect a worse sort of result from that. And I know none of that is true, but how you perceive things is so important. So you need to take all that into consideration. Okay, so if you are looking to charge more, and if this video is helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, share it with your network, and start looking at your own prices. Stop charging money at the hour. Yes, take it into consideration how long it might take you, but do not share that with your prospect or your ideal client. Okay, do not share that with them because it doesn't matter how long it takes, really, as long as you're covering your costs. But you also need to add on what a percentage of how much growth or how much impact it's going to have on that company. Okay, so let me know in the comments. What's one pricing challenge you're facing at the minute? What's something you're struggling with your pricing? Or any questions you want to ask me. And yeah, stop selling yourself short. You deserve so much more. Okay, have an amazing week and reach out if you'd like some help.